Here's the first part of the build of our walk-in cooler here at Soar Creek Farm. So the first thing we got was what we're calling our post-harvest facility, and it was just a carport, what they call a combo unit carport, with a 10 by 12 enclosure on the back, and then 26 feet of, or 26 feet of carport. So it's 36 feet total, 12 feet wide. And kind of unique trying to get this AC unit through here because there's no stud wall. So I'll show you what we got going on. But yeah, here's our pack station as of right now, and then this door will lead, hard to see the door, there's the door, will lead into the walk-in cooler. Sorry for all the storage, all the junk. I'm using this as storage right now. But right now I'm just worried about getting this AC unit in so I can spray foam insulation around all the cracks, and I'm gonna add a little more gravel on that side. But to get this thing in here, since there's really no, like I said, stud wall, and you can't really like screw a stud to the bottom here because it has these rebar tie-ins, these threaded bar tie-ins that are hammered into the ground there, and they're every so often, so you couldn't have like a solid tie to attach your studs to. So basically I just made a little stud over here on the side, and don't know what size bolts those are, but I just bolted it straight through. And then to keep it at an angle on the other side, I'll have to go around to the other side and show you, but screwed this little piece of treated wood in so I could take it out with these big fender washers, and also to keep the water draining out on the other side if any water accumulates, but it's kind of under the gutter. And then I ran this down, and in the next step I'm going to do the spray foam insulation and then foam board, and that foam board works best with an air gap. So that's like a standard 2x4 on its side. That one's just cut in half, and then basically if you hold it up you can see that'll give you your air gap here, and then maybe 1/2 inch or 3/4 foam will fit there to make it flush with the beams. And I'll just take a 2x4 and rip it in half so I can get more wood out of it. Just for foam, no structural integrity there. I'm just gonna make a skeleton around the whole place. Like I said, after I spray foam, and I'll probably leave the eave up here open just so all the heat can escape. And the floor, it's gravel right now, pretty well level. It tapers off towards that side for drainage, and I haven't found any like agricultural standards on coolers, so I think for the floor I'm not gonna seal it because then I would need a drain and all that type of stuff, and I'm not going below freezing, so I think it'll be fine to just kind of leave it how it is. Put some more gravel to close in those areas over there, maybe. And yeah, to control the AC unit, I'm just gonna get a cheap AC 10 amp thermostat controller, and it'll be set up exactly how this is. The thermostat will be right up against the fins, so if any ice accumulates on the fins, it'll know, and it'll shut it off. Those controllers are for heaters or coolers, and they're cheap, like under 20 bucks. So I'll just take apart that control panel and wire it up myself, and I'll show you how that's done. Alright. Here's the AC mounting from the outside. See, it fits pretty well, and that's the factory bracket that you usually use on the other side, but it screws in that channel. I don't know if you can see in there. In that channel there's screws, and it screws to the housing, and I just drilled out that channel for 3 screws and fender washers, and that screws directly into the framing that I have inside with some 3-inch screws, and it's under this awning a little bit, so that'll really help keep some stuff off of it. And then it needs to be cleaned, but you can see it got a little bit of angle on it, so as the water condenses it won't drain back into the cooler, it'll drain outside. Alright, a little more progress on the walk-in cooler here. Got the spray foam insulation around all the gaps up top and around the edges. As you can see, I got better as I went. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the ridge open and put some of that bug guard stuff in there, but that way all the heat and moisture can rise out of the top there. And then still have to build a framework to attach the foam paneling to. But that'll be the next step, is to get, I think I'm gonna do 2-inch foam on the ceilings, and then just 1 inch with a 1.5-inch air gap. And I think we're gonna use the foam with the foil facing on it. Yeah, turned out decent. Also covered in with some gravel most of the air gaps around the bottom. Still got a couple I see I need to do there. But yeah, get it airtight. And here's the foam I used. Great Stuff Pro. It was a really good deal actually on Amazon, because if you go to the big stores or whatever, this gun is about $50, I want to say. And it's adjustable on the back. That little roll knob on the back, you can adjust the spray from either little beads like that or big puffy ones. And so yeah, and then the cans are like, depends on where you go, from I've seen them as high as $18 a piece for these big cans. And on Amazon they had 12 of these cans and the gun for $150, and 2 smaller cans of gun cleaner. So yeah, pretty good deal if you're looking. And just so you know, that this only took 4 cans to do. I was thinking it was gonna take a lot more, but I guess I'll have extra. And I did a little test there with the foam actually touching the ground, and we'll see how it does over the next few months. If it starts to get weird and, I don't know, moldy or soft or something, then I definitely won't spray the rest. But I was thinking it might be a way to keep it airtight or a little better than what it is now. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for now.